gang shit, you already know what it is.
Alright, check this out. You guys are back on the episode of Blue Devil Reactions. I haven't been here on this seat in a while for Blue Devil Reactions. Hopefully we can get into it. Now look, I got a lot of videos sent to me of different types of videos. I mean, I'm telling you, I was flooded with comments about Blue Devil Reactions. Blue Devil Reactions, well, here we are. We've been spending our time over on Hater World Uncensored and also on The Hater World, that we really haven't been paying attention to this page. Well, the day has come. Alright, we were watching the video titled Los Angeles Gangs During the 90s. You can see it there and see it there, right? Check this out. If you guys have not went over to the Hater World, there's a video right now that is doing its rounds. SPM shuts Tony's casket. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. Go watch it. It's going semi-viral. It's got about 10,000 plays in less than an hour. That means that it is going... It's going up. Alright. I'm actually reading comments because they are entertaining. Salute to everybody that leaves the comments. Salute to everybody that shows the love. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you like the video. You already know it helps the algorithm. I'm going to get back onto this page. We can start uploading every day once again. I got two big things coming. And I'm only going to tell you one. One is 200, boys. I know I've been saying it. My cameras arrived today. Cameras get here today. And I got another podcast show that's on the way. That's going to blow you through the water. You're not going to believe what we got going on. All right. I'm actually more excited for that one than I am for 200 Boys. I'm not gonna lie. I rock with 200 Boys. I really like that podcast, but I really feel that the one that I got coming is gonna blow everything out the water. All right. Oh, what happened? All right. So let's go ahead and watch this video and get you guys a Blue Devil reaction. Not sure when you're going to watch this, but most likely we'll be live tonight on Hater World Uncensored. So pull up to that page at, I don't know, 8 p.m. Let's do 8 p.m., all right? With no further ado, let's go ahead and watch this video. Now, look, we're just going to watch it. I don't know what there is to react to. Los Angeles Gangs During the 90s. Let's just watch it. If anything pops up, then I'll pause it, all right? So let's go ahead and get you guys a Blue Devil reaction.
May have been safer there than on the streets of his hometown. President Bush this past week made the startling but painfully true observation that an American soldier on duty in the Persian Gulf may have been safer there than on the streets of his hometown. The president might have added, especially if his hometown is Los Angeles. In Operation Desert Storm, fewer than 200 Americans died. In the streets of Los Angeles last year, 690 died in gang wars. There are some 100,000 gang members, homeboys they call themselves, in 850 Los Angeles gangs.
Homies.
And in those wars, there's no ceasefire.
Every day, lives in the water. Going to jail, getting shot, getting stabbed.
3 shots for attack 342.
It is kind of a serious game.
Darkness descends on Los Angeles and the gangs and their guns hit the streets again. Shot in the leg, a gang member runs for his life. Gang members scatter.
Let me tell you something. All right. The 90s was a wicked place. You had to be there. My 90s, half of them were in Mexico and half were in Cali. All right. Half and half. The early 90s was Cali. The later 90s, the other half, was Mexico for me. But Mexico was just as bad, right? But I'll tell you this. If you watch this video, the guy ran up in a liquor store and shot a guy in the leg, chased him, shot him again, and ran through a intersection. And guess what? No cameras got him on tape. No cameras. Because there is no cameras. Back in the 90s, there was hardly any kind of surveillance. And if it was surveillance, like at a place of business, It was very grainy and it was hard to be used against you. Now, I'll put it to you like this. Every business got a ring. Every business got a camera. Every business got motion sensors. Every corner, every phone, every person. If you're committing crime in 2023, my boy, let's go.
Another skirmish in the bloody war is over. No one was killed this time, but not for lack of trying.
Regal.
For the past few years, politicians, cops, and gang workers have focused on warring black gangs. But this winter, the deadliest wars are among Hispanic gangs. Police told Expose that Hispanic gangs are killing in record numbers.
Homeboy? What do they call you?
Danny Boy.
Actually, this is where the Los Angeles gangs began, dating back to the Zoot Suit Wars of the 1940s.
This is for La Lopez.
Now, there are 50 gangs in 7 square miles of East Los Angeles. In 1990, they accounted for 33 murders.
Now look, I wanna say this because I hear this a lot. I don't know if it's true, but I have family from the Inland Empire, from IE, you know, and they tell me that gangs are older in the IE than they are in LA. I'm not a historian, okay? I couldn't tell you where they started, how they started. There's people that study that. I'm not one of them. I know about my hood, you know, and my history from where I come from, you know, but I couldn't tell you on like where gangs originated from. But I know a lot of family be saying that the IE got older gangs, and I sit there and I'm like, well, which ones? So if you know, leave it down below in the comments. Let me know if you know where gangs originated from.
This is Lopez Street in East Los Angeles. It's the heart of Lopez Moravia, a gang that dates back to the 1940s. Generations of young men from this neighborhood following their fathers, even their grandfathers, into the gang.
I grew up on these streets.
You grew up in the gangs in these streets, right?
Yeah, I got into the gang when I was about...
Hold on. Did we just witness Adam 22 in the 90s? Where's my gunshots at? Shut up. I don't even play gunshots on here. Is that Adam 22? The Mexican dude said, I grew up on these streets. And what did Adam 22 say? You grew up in these streets with a gang? Let's go.
Yeah, I got into the gang when I was about 11 years old.
Tintin is now 32, a veteran of prison and heroin addiction.
As long as you know somebody else is going to get hit.
He followed his parents, his uncles, and his cousins in the gang.
Hey, what's up, man?
And earned a reputation as a pistolero, a shooter.
The revolution's over.
Now, Tintin works for the State Gang Violence Reduction Project, trying to stop the killing.
Yeah, he was running
As a veterano or veteran, he can make the Lopez homeboys listen.
When is it going to stop, eh? How many more homeboys are going to have to die? How many more kids are going to have to get shot? They look at themselves as soldiers of their communities, their neighborhoods. They're like the policemen of their neighborhoods.
No, it's like a team. I looked at it like a team, right? Well, you know what? I also looked at it that way, so I'm lying. I looked at it like a team. This is a team that I belong to, and we're all playing against each other to see who's going to win, right? Plus, if you have a block, or you take over a block, or you build a block, a street, and yeah, it sort of becomes like you're patrolling your block to make sure nobody intrudes. So yeah, you know what? He is right.
You know, that's why most Hispanic gangs, I mean, their wars are territorial-wise. A lot of times, you know, gang members will deal drugs in order to raise enough money to buy guns.
How old are the kids who are doing the shooting these days?
13.
They start from about 11 to...
11?
Yeah, they start pretty young.
The ties that bind the homeboys are very strong. What do you need that they can give you?
Love.
A lot of things, like,
Friendship.
you know, they love me because I'm one of the homeboys, and I do too.
You like having older brothers?
Yeah,
Like a family? Like a father?
they're my family. And
Yeah? You have a father at home?
Big brother,
What happened here? That's not a appendicitis.
Oh, no.
That's a California zipper. All right, the California zipper.
It's a bullet wound. Yeah. Got shot.
Must have almost died.
Yeah.
Taking care of business. Retaliation. That's the name of this deadly game. 14-year-old Marcos was the 11th victim of Lopez's war with a rival gang. Marcos was only in Lopez a month when a rival gang roared by, guns blazing. Another drive-by killing.
Sheriff's Department, open the door. We have a warrant.
Days later, a pre-dawn raid. The L.A. County Sheriff's Gang Unit arrests a 17-year-old for the murder.
Turn this way.
The boy's mother simply would not believe that he was in a gang, despite plenty of evidence. Joker was fingered by a Lopez homeboy who witnessed the shooting. But Joker was released when the Lopez gang member recanted his story.
Wow. Wow.
Despite plenty of evidence. Joker was fingered by a Lopez homeboy who witnessed the shooting. But Joker was released when the Lopez gang member recanted his story.
I guarantee you I know what happened, all right? I guarantee you I know what happened. A youngster must have saw what was going on. A youngster said, oh, I saw it, and told the cops. Not knowing that he was snitching, not knowing that he was ratting, because he is probably 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old, a little boy. But then later when the big OGs found out, hey, that somebody was ratting, they told that youngster to take back his statement. I guarantee you that's what happened. A lot of times, bro, the youngsters, the young ones, they do it without knowing what they're doing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they're not out there ratting like, oh, it was that guy. Like, that's not what they're doing. It's just they're in this heat of the moment where they're sad because their friend died, they're crying, and the cop might ask them some, and it slips out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was those bitch ass fools from over there. You know what I mean? So I don't think that youngster just randomly said, let me call the cops today and tell them who it was. Nah. You know, but they fixed that problem, and that dude, now the op, is out of jail. And you know what? That's better for the gang too, because now the gang can get him on the street. You know, now he's not behind bars where it's off limits.
He had broken the code of the street.
See?
Don't get the police involved. Take care of it yourself.
Facts. See?
Well, they figure
Told you.
they have a better chance of getting at that guy with him out on the streets than in jail, you know, because
I ain't even watched this yet. I haven't. Bro. Damn. Man, but I should know these things. I act like I fucking know. Like I fucking, like I gave you the winning lottery numbers to the lotto. Come on.
they know he's gonna get, you know, life. If he gets life, they don't want that. They want him dead.
That's what the payback is. Take one of us, we're gonna take 3 of you.
Boo Boo's mother, fearing for his life, moved her boys out of the neighborhood. But the lure of the gang life was so strong, Boo Boo came back to visit, and he got shot.
They just came up this right here when I was walking into the yard, and they just opened up. There's no other way to put it. They just drove up like this, slowed down a little, and pa, 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 pa.
Boo Boo's life still revolves around the neighborhood, but he has forbidden his brothers from joining. They, in turn, are afraid for him.
I always worry when it comes to it, because he could get shot again, and he could die.
I don't like to think about dying, but I love the neighborhood, so I'm gonna stick by it.
For gang members, that's it. The neighborhood and homeboys and a twisted sense of pride that triggers violence and death.
They buried the other homeboy today, the other guy.
The day before that youngster got cueteated and got killed, that's when they hit that water in the hole.
Yeah, the day before.
Gun is in rear waistband.
Sergeant Joe Guzman, born and raised on these streets, has worked gangs for 12 years.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's literally out of hand.
Why has it become so violent again?
Well, number one, because there's a lot more gangs than there were in the recent past.
Does that have a lot to do with illegal immigration?
Yeah, in the last 10 years, we've seen an influx of immigrants from Central and South America into the United States in particular.
MS. He's talking about MS and 18th Street.
Particularly in Southern California. And that becomes a perfect recruiting group for a lot of the traditional gangs.
The gangs and their recruits have turned all of East Los Angeles into a war zone.
Let me see your hands.
The fighting spills from the streets into the stores. A gang shooting played out on a surveillance camera at a liquor store.
Oh, wow.
The target gang member was hit in the side, but he didn't even go to the hospital.
Wow. Hey, remember that one video? There's a video out there. I forgot what it is, but it's one of these East LA old gang videos where a guy got shot, I think in the right here, and the bullet's popping out, and the cop is trying to take him to the doctors, and the guy goes, "I ain't going to the doctors," and he pulls it out. I gotta go look for it, but somebody in my comments said that's my uncle. Not my uncle, but the commenter's uncle. I was like, damn, what a small world.
We got shots fired, 988.
Shots fired. Deputies involved in the shooting. They're exchanging gunfire with the suspects.
Come pursuit of the vehicle.
Holy Toledo.
Sheriff deputies surprised gang members in the middle of a drive-by shooting. A running gun battle followed. The deputies after the gang members.
They're shooting each other. Boom. Guys, get back. Boom.
The gang car hit a patrol car and flipped. The driver and the shooter died. Another gang member was shot twice in the head.
I just saw the dude all of a sudden lean out and just start busting. And then he busted us, so we bust back.
A deputy dislocated his shoulder. 3 other gang members were arrested.
He's still in 28 out of 28 out of
Wow.
And then another funeral. Another funeral where families, homeboys, and Father Greg Boyle would mourn.
In my 5 years here, I've buried 14.
I'm gonna kill that right there. This was wild. Now look, I know it's different from what we do normally, because usually we'll go all the way to the end, but this one was crazy. Hey, it was wild in the 90s. I'm dumbfounded. I got so much shit going on right now. Sorry. There's a big old fucking noise outside. You hear that? Then this is going on. I don't know. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let's get it.
Blue Devil gang, 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 gang shit. You already know what it is.